Not gonna lie, originally this video was supposed to be about how fame and success at a young age can burn you out. And it is still gonna be about that because I do believe it. And really it's gonna be around Cenat specifically. Because he's the latest example of it. But today, it's so crazy that this video I was thinking of making today at the same time is when he dropped a new video for the first time in months. And he looks way better than I would have thought. And it's because the way that he was articulating himself, and when I found his secret account too that he put, dropped in at the end of the video, it really made me realize we don't know anything about, bro. We don't know anything about these people that we see on the internet on a day-to-day basis, unless we see them on camera. He's doing amazing. Let's be honest. I think I will say probably a couple months ago after his Mafia-thon, he was definitely dealing with burnout and mental health for sure. And by that point, what can you accomplish in his field in streaming? Like, he did everything. Nobody ever did what he did. Hitting 1 million subscribers, making that much money, being with the most successful people in the world, like the most known celebrities, the richest people in the world. Like, what else can you really achieve in this world than what he did in the sphere of streaming, right? But then now I feel like the time he took away to focus on himself, to building himself and really building his craft and what he wants to pursue, which is clothing, I realized it honestly depends on the person. Whether you want to allow yourself to be dictated by money and fame, or you want to allow yourself, or you want to be the one to dictate that money and fame and what that is allocated for, what it is used for. Me personally, I don't have any money. I have no fame. I have no motion. Honestly, I feel so good making these YouTube videos, knowing that I know people I know, most people, not a lot of people are gonna watch these videos. So that's why I'm so open in these videos, because it's like I don't have the pressure of having people judge me for what I say. And even if they do, I mean, at that point, that means that the videos are doing well. So I guess that's a win-win. But when you don't have any of that pressure with the fame, when you don't have any of the pressure with the financial responsibilities that you have when it comes with the money, you're doing it for the love of the game. You really are. And I feel like Kai has found that despite all the money, all the fame he's garnered. And that's a scary thing, because when you have that same passion and desire and grindness, you know what I'm saying, to somebody who has nothing, that separates you, because now you have the support, you have the resources to use to fuel that ambition, and it's just gonna only make it in a matter of time for you to just run laps around other people. I said that this video was gonna be about how fame and money can ruin a person, because I've seen it a lot with child actors. You know what I'm saying? When they got fame so early on, making so much money, Disney stars. I mean, there's that one Disney actor that killed himself. I don't know if I should say it. That unfortunately took his own life. And he was a young guy, but because he was on the screen since he was like 8 years old. So it's like you gotta take it with a grain of salt and be patient. Patience is so important. I feel like without patience, you really can't be successful. You can't be great. Everybody wants that instant dopamine now, especially with TikTok. Bro, everybody wants that instant success. Everybody wants to just make it out of one day. I mean, the amount of times I see people that have just started a new YouTube channel or a new TikTok account, and within 1 month they have 100,000. I look at myself and I'm like, dang, why can't I do that? But at the same time, I know having that quick growth and expansion early on might not be the best for me, because everybody's story is different. For me, maybe my personality, I would flame out earlier if I wasn't able to get that, if I had that so quickly, compared to somebody else who was able to handle it and be able to grow with it, or somebody that ended up getting it but wasn't prepared for it and then they flamed out themselves. So it all comes down to patience and really understanding who you are and what you want for yourself. I have briefly mentioned this in the last couple videos of mine, but I'm a college sophomore right now, and I have just transferred schools. It felt like a massive decision. It felt like such a risky decision, When certain people I told that I was transferring and to the school I was transferring to, it was like, why are you transferring to this school from where you are right now? And it doesn't even make sense. To me, it makes all the sense in the world because at the end of the day, I value my environment and my faith a lot. Those two things are what I value the most in order to be a successful content creator, in order to be a successful individual in general. And yes, people will look at me and be like, "Well, you came back home. You coming back to your comfort zone. This is not a comfort zone. This is not a comfort zone. It's far from it. I feel like when I'm home, it's like everything is harder for me to do. But the difference is the people in the area that I live in, that I reside in, I don't know, it's like it's a different vibe. Like it's way more people that I feel like I have a chance of meeting that are like minded like me, that have different ideas than me, that I'm able to bounce off of and that I can create amazing things with, as opposed to where I was in my previous school. And this all just comes back to how your environment is so important and to your success. So for Kai to have taken the amount of months that he took off to focus on himself, to refocus on finding himself, to focus on what he's truly passionate of, that's beyond streaming, whether it's his clothing brand and just being a creator and just being able to really prioritize mental health. I think we take we take it to we take mental health lightly, for sure. And people love to hate. I mean, the amount of hate this guy got in the last month with his breakup, with winning the streamer awards, with his people's getting into certain allegations and everything. It's like everything he does when he's reading books, people are trying to call him a performative male. That's bro, people on the internet are not real. It's so crazy. It's like, bro, you see a man genuinely trying to improve their life and you're finding anything and everything to say this is fake, this isn't real, you're trying to gain support from others, blah blah blah. Why can't you just do stuff for yourself? Why can't you just do stuff for you? Why does it have to be for other people? Like, that shows more about you than anything else. It's like you doing all these things for. That's what I was thinking about when I was in high school. It's like everybody, like parents, all these other kids are raving about, oh, you're going to Harvard, you're going to this Ivy League school, you're going to these schools. As that's the thing with college too. It's like the school you go to when you're in high school, at least, it's like the end all be all. If you don't get into these schools, it's like the world is falling down because of that prestige. And that prestige only comes from how they fabricated the media to make it seem like the schools are way better than they are. They be paying the rankings to rank the school higher and higher. And come on, and because they rank higher, more people want to go to those schools because of that prestige, because of how it is looked upon by other people. Bro, who cares what other people think? What about you? What do you think? What do you care about? Do you enjoy what you're doing? If it's yes, then keep doing it. Block the noise. If you have to move, then move. If you have to leave your environment, leave your environment. If it's not helping, if it's not conducive to what you want for yourself and your future, then you're gonna have to be a little bit selfish. I was I was I was getting told that I was being selfish by my friends back in my old school for leaving, for transferring. And part of it may have been jokes. But honestly, I know they were low key a little sad too, a little butthurt that I was leaving. And I feel bad, but at the same time, I just knew what I had to do. I knew what my heart was telling me. My heart was feeling tainted every day when I was at that school. And while I want to make this content creation so big, while I want to be able to create such a strong community of people that want to be great, that want to just help each other out, be successful in this world, and really get rid of all the materialistic desires and just genuinely want to be successful in creating and getting out of all of these the systems that are placed in the world, whether it's the government's trying to hold us back financially, the CIA planning all these different things, how people don't expand their minds beyond what's possible. I want to be able to create that And it all starts with these daily YouTube videos. I'll be honest. The daily YouTube videos I make, the daily TikToks I make, you will look at TikTok and be like, how are you going to build anything off of this? These are 60-minute, 60-second videos that you're posting on a daily basis. How is this going to build into anything bigger? But trust and believe it will. You got to see. And I used to think college was a waste of time, especially because of how the job market is and all of that. But now I'm genuinely finding more and more use for what college is beyond the classroom. The classes, I still don't see any worth in it. But the environment of college itself, I see a lot because there's a lot of kids my age that are doing a lot of different things. And at the very least, it's a place where you can really grow as a person, build that social skill set that can help you in the world. You know what I'm saying? And for one thing, I will give credit to my old school for it. It really forced me out of my comfort zone. For me, I never left my home, 18 years, and it was like a complete culture shock. I was into an environment that I was never used to. Nobody but white people, nobody of my faith, Islam. It was very hard. But I managed to adapt and get used to it to the point where I low-key felt a little comfortable near the end. But that comfortability is when I knew I shouldn't be here anymore. I can't be here anymore. And I had to leave. So this all comes back to how fame and money can ruin a person's life, for sure. Not Kai. It's supposed to be about Kai, but it's not Kai. Because for one thing, I will say Kai figured out how to protect his peace. I will tell you, here's a video on his secret channel, Kai's Mind. The same day he tweeted the tweet in the thumbnail about how he's breaking up with his girl and he's never getting in a relationship again. He made a video of him reading a book and he looked completely unfazed. And at that moment, I realized he's different. No glaze. He's not allowing a relationship. He's not allowing these relationships to ever affect him and what he got going on and what he believes for himself to be his future. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, relationships come and go. People come and go all the time. So if you allow another person to bring you down, lift you up, and you don't rely on either God or yourself, then you definitely have stuff to fix. I say it for myself, I say it for everyone. And so in the end of the day, the money can come. Be grateful that the money came, but don't let the money change you. If you somehow become famous off of whatever you do, whatever talent you have, don't let that fame change who you are. Don't let that fame feed into your ego and make your ego bigger and bigger. You gotta learn how to separate you from the materialistic things like the fame and the money. You gotta learn how to be yourself with. How were you when you had nothing? If you ever had nothing, who were you when you had nothing? And if that and whoever that person is, make sure you're the same person when you have the money and the fame. Because trust and believe, if you let that money and fame change you, it never turns right. It never turns out right. So that's the video for today, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. I don't know if I rambled on to a bunch of different topics, but you know what I'm saying? Just focus on yourself, your inner peace. Protect your peace. Protect it. Don't let anybody mess with your mental. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do what you want. And yeah, it comes from it comes from a 20-year-old kid that has the big aspirations and dreams of becoming the greatest content creator. He only has 900 subscribers, but trust and believe what I'm saying isn't a lie. Deep down inside, it's facts. So I appreciate y'all for watching, man, and peace to the Middle East, homies.